Yo, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so be notified every time I upload. Um, man, yesterday I had a decent amount of home run props. Parlays didn't get there. So San Diego offense, man, I don't know. I don't understand. Miami offense, like where we all at, man? So those are two offenses that hurt me, but I did end up banking on those home runs. A few home runs. I probably hit about 5 home runs yesterday on straight bets. So that kind of like you know, uh, salvage the bankroll a little bit. And I hit a few hit runs and RBIs. However, let's get into the weather. All right. So I mean, the Miami game, game time, we're looking at a few lingering sprinkles or showers. A brief late start isn't fully out of the question, but the game is fine regardless. Winds out to left center at 10 miles an hour. Minnesota, Detroit winds out to center at 10 miles an hour. Washington and Philly. Now, this is an update. So, what he says in the update is no change in the forecast. I'm just near fully convinced we'll need a late start at best. So, up in the risk some. Okay. So, at best, a late start here. All right. Now, the rest of this shit, I don't think I want to read all this shit, but it's a lot. Keep your eye out on that Philadelphia Washington, and that's an important game because I got some important information I want to show you guys and stuff like that. Or a few things, few ways that I do things. All right, Atlanta and Pittsburgh. Rain looks pretty likely early, so a delay or late start is most definitely on the table, but also clears fairly quickly. Late start and play would be the likely outcome here. Chicago and New York Mets should start dry and decay, and with a decaying storm system moving in during the game. The question here would be whether or not the rain is weak enough by the time it arrives in New York to fully play through it, or if they need to delay, or if they need to delay and wait it out. Either way, I anticipate a full game tonight. Winds right to left Winds right to left and out to left at 15 to 20 miles an hour. Winds right to left and out to left, 15, 20 miles an hour. All right, Toronto and Cleveland looks like if we see any rain in Cleveland, it would be light enough to play through. Leaving it green yellow. That GY is green yellow for now. Expecting to drop at that fully risk by drop that risk fully by my afternoon update. Winds left to right at 15 miles an hour, and then Kansas City and Boston. Nothing but a spotty sprinkle. Winds to right to left at 10 miles an hour. Ooh, okay. So keep your eye on the weather, guys. Let me blank that. I'm gonna talk about these games as if there were no weather, and we'll figure it out from here. All right. Let me see. Let's see. Okay. So don't have a lot for today. It's Monday. Things happen. Fishy things happen on the weekend and Monday. However, Los Angeles Dodgers at San Diego Padres. Fishy game here. Over under 9. But look, we got Gosselin on the mound. We got Lugo on the mound. Neither one of these guys are my favorite pitchers. I'll tell you the truth. Tell you the truth right now. Anytime I can get plus money with the Dodgers, I think I'm gonna sprinkle something on it. Now, San Diego, their bats were quiet. They were quiet yesterday. I do expect them to make a little bit of noise today, but I don't have anything specific, man, right now. I will say Freddie Freeman. I can't, I played Rosario home run yesterday, Freddie Freeman home run yesterday, Mookie home run yesterday. I played JD home run yesterday, and I played Machado Soto and the other kid Tatis. So I ended up hitting the home run. I hit like three of those home runs. Yeah, and they all came from the Dodgers. But needless to say, here, hey, I get Dodgers plus money. If I lose, I lose. I'm gonna take the plus money, man. I'm gonna take it. All right. Miami Marlins and Cincinnati Reds here. We got Perez on the mound. We got Williamson on the mound. The ballpark. We got 10.5. Over under here. Okay. Now, Perez. he's a pretty good pitcher, man. He just got called back up, whatever case may be. I don't think there's going to be any restrictions. I didn't see any. I need to look a little bit more further. But Williamson, on the other hand, not somebody I really want to back. Okay, so and I think he's pitching his worst to righties there. So he's got an 814 OPS versus righties. He is a lefty, so somebody like Jake Berger. Jake Berger's a 961 OPS versus lefties. I'm looking at Jake Berger for hits, runs, and RBIs, and all the way up to a home run. Jorge Soler, 1,100 OPS versus lefties, 814 OPS. Brandon Williams, 814 OPS versus righties. So it's a match for me. Hits, runs, and RBIs, and a home run. I've missed the last 3 home run bets with Soler. Like I said yesterday with Schwarber, which we'll get to it. I'm taking Soler for another home run. Not an official play, but it just is what it is. Going into some of those numbers, I could show you guys. Looking at some of these numbers here, like when I'm looking at home runs and stuff like that, launch angle, and just a lot, man. Error rates and stuff like that always come into fruition for me. You look at somebody like Brandon Williamson with an 18.7 launch angle, hard hit percentage, everything is up. Expected slugging up to 490 right now. His barrel rate 9.9 right now. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Then you look at some of these batters. Jake Berger 12.8 launch angle, but 90 almost 92 exit velo, hard hit percentage 49.8, 512 expected slugging right there. He will strike out. K percentage is up there. So left 516 expected slugging. 255 expected batting average, 45.9 hard hit percentage, exit velo at 90, 18%, 18.1 launch angle. Like, yes, man, come on with it, man. Come on with it, man. We gotta get them today, man. So those are some of the things that I look at, man. Even you can look at some of these individual numbers as far as let me back this up a little bit. You can look at some of these individual numbers, So let's see. Um, um, let's go to Williams. Let's go to Williams, man. Williamson. I mean, looking at his ground ball percentage is down. Barrel percentage is up. Like I said, 10%, 9.7, 10%, whatever case may be. K percentage is down. Let me see, lefty and righties. All right, and then even looking at some of his pitches, that fastball and that fastball cutter, that shit is in danger. He's pitching that four seam all the time like that, a lot like that, and then the fastball cutter, I guess. But that four seamer probably gonna that shit probably gonna get sent to the moon today, probably, man. Ooh. So those are some of the things I look at, man. Some of the stuff you just know about heart already, like. Let's look at that four seam fastball, which everybody and their mama hits that. A lot of these guys they haven't seen a lot of that type of pitch of that cutter, but Soler he's big green up in there. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah. So yeah, for sure. And then Berger, he's right there with it. He right there. Same thing for that fastball, that four seamer. Yeah, everything looks good, man. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Yes, sir. ISOs and everything look good. 370 and 727. You know what I'm saying? So yes, you know what I'm saying. I go through this every single day. I just hope everybody, and then this ballpark, small ballpark, Cincinnati, Great American Ballpark, you could expect fireworks. On the flip side here, I don't know what to expect. I don't know how Yuri's going to fare out here. Yuri was good, man. So I didn't put too many bats. And from Cincinnati there, but he's a righty, and you're gonna have these lefties and De La Cruz and Jake Fraley and what's my guy name? What's my guy? They got a few bats, man. So hitting the over here, I don't know, but I like those two bats, man. On Miami, like I said, for sure. Reyes, I can't talk you off of Reyes. He's always in play. So there you have it, man. Now we got big time weather implications here in this Washington Nationals game. But we do have an over under 10 here. And you guys know, it is what it is. Now, I'm not a fan of neither one of these pitchers right now, Williams or Suarez. I did have a little notes on them. I thought I did, but I probably didn't write it down. But Suarez probably giving up like an 800 OPS to right hand batters. Williams, 865 OPS overall. Um, hmm. You write notes down and you can't read them. But a few things that I do know, I had looked at that shit like, all right. So, because I'm Russian too, but a few things that I do know is Williams' ass is trash, man. And then Philadelphia Phillies, man, they've been getting. I mean, the Washington Nationals bullpen is trash too. So Philadelphia Phillies, they've been getting it back in their offensive mode here. Versus Williams here. Let me just show you guys some numbers. The same numbers does the same numbers, man. The same numbers. Okay, so let's just take a look. Take a look here. So let's look at some of Williams' numbers here. Okay, now 276 expected batting average. Los Angeles 16. Exit velo 88.5. Barrel rate sitting at 9.6. Expected slugging 475. Walks, but his K percentage is at 16.4. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're not doing shit. You're not getting people out and all this shit, whatever the case may be. So, now, looking at some of these guys' barrel rate, like Bryce Harper, all of a sudden his barrel rate is coming up 12.6. Okay, he's hit a few home runs lately. All right, Real Muto and Castellanos and Schwarber, we know the drill with Schwarber. Schwarber can be getting hot. You know what I'm saying? He could be getting hot, and once Schwarber gets hot, he started hitting home runs in bunches. All right, so Real Muto and Castellanos, everything in red right here, those guys, they got some home run pop. All right, so that's one thing here. All right, now the history. Now, so there's some batters that got some nice history, and judging by his numbers, launch angles, and barrel rates, and all that stuff, it kind of makes sense. So looking at some of these Philly guys here, Castellanos, 11 for 28, 5 singles, 4 doubles, 2 home runs versus Williams. JT Realmuto, 5 for 10, 1 single, a double, 3 home runs versus versus Williams. Trey Turner, 5 for 19, 2 singles, 3 home runs versus him. Kyle Schwarber, 10 for 37, 4 singles, 2 doubles, 4 home runs. Okay. Yeah. So, and then I didn't even add. I forgot. I must have forgot to add Harper to my player pool, unless he's up here at the top. Let me see. So yeah, I ended up forgetting to add Harper to my player pool, but he's in there. All right, he's there. Now we got weather implications here. All right, we got weather implications in this game. But you guys know, if there was no weather implications, how we've been playing these? We've been playing these hits, runs, and RBIs. Been playing them like so. That's how how the game works. A lot of batters string up a lot of hits and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like no different from stacking players in fantasy DFS. You're gonna run up the score. All right. So everybody, assuming if there was no weather implications here, I would be taking Harper hits, runs, and RBIs at 2.5. Hits, runs, and RBIs at 2.5. Real Muto at 2.5. I would be taking Schwarber's at 2.5. All right. The Castellano, I probably would be taking them all at. No, I wouldn't be taking them all at 2.5. Tell you the truth, but I would take Harper's at 2.5 for sure. I would probably take Castellanos at 2.5 for sure. And I would probably add a few of these guys to hit parlays and things of that nature. Now, on the flip side, can't go without talking about Suarez, okay? So this is an over under 10, not an over under 10 for nothing, all right? So you look at a guy like Lane Thomas. Lane Thomas has been hot. This is a matchup for him. He's 6 for 17 with 4 singles and 2 doubles, 0 home runs there. But he's got 1,041 OPS versus lefties. Suarez, he's pitching his worst to righties there at 792 OPS. So that's a match. Somebody like Stone Garrett, he's 3 for 7, 856 OPS towards lefties, and for sure. I like those two guys. These guys don't hit for a lot of power. Lane Thomas has been hitting home runs as of late, and those are a few of the bats. I ain't gonna go to too many because there's not much pop over here. But I couldn't talk you off the over here. So these two games right here, with the over under 10s, you have to go in extensive. You know what I'm saying? So the rest of these games here is self-explanatory. Minnesota Twins at Detroit Tigers here. We got an over-under 8.5 in this spot. We got Wentz on the mound. He's a lefty. Minnesota Twins, they striking out number one in every category probably for the last for 30 days, last 2 weeks and the last week versus righties. But unfortunately, Wentz is a lefty, okay? So I couldn't talk you off numbers for Lopez. Lopez got great K stuff there. If you want to alter him down, which I would probably be doing, because strikeouts have been scarce as of late. So I probably would alter him down or something like that. I'm not picking a side in this one right now. Winds is blowing out at 10 miles an hour. I want to say, you can go back into the beginning of the video to check, but the winds are blowing out. Atlanta Braves at Pittsburgh Pirates here. We got an over under 9 in the spot, and as far as what I'm looking at here, I'm looking at strikeouts here. Of course, Strider. I don't even have to go into convulsions about this, but just to give you guys a refresher here, Pittsburgh 27.9% versus right-hand pitching, striking out in 594 plate appearances the last 30 days. They number 3. Last 14 days, they are striking out. They're number 5th at 27.5, 342 plate appearances, 108 WRC plus in that time span. Last 7 days, they are Pittsburgh at number 6 at 27.8, 180 plate appearances, 94 WRC plus in that time span. And guess what? They get a chance to face Strider here. All right. So Strider strikeout props in that 9.5. Couldn't talk you off of that. Braves minus 300 favorites. It's always some fishy shit with minus 300 favorites hit the deck, but it is what it is. Pittsburgh Pirates, they got Bito on the mound. He doesn't pitch that long. He's pitching his worst versus lefties. 843 OPS versus left-hand batters. 566 slugging towards righties. Somebody like Olsen, he's getting up 843 versus left-handed batter. So watch the lefties. Olsen is always in play here. Bito is a righty, right? So this Atlanta team versus righties, I always target Olsen, Acuna, and maybe Murphy. Murphy's in the lineup. However, Bito, he's giving up the lefties. So if you catch somebody like Harris in the lineup, guys like that, any of the lefties get a bump. Just put it like that. Lefties get a bump. Olsen is a lefty, whatever case may be. So it is what it is. Do as you will. Y'all already know the drill here. And Pittsburgh could probably put up a couple runs on Strider. Strider will give up home runs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? His earned runs probably sit at 1.5 right now. If you want to take the stab at the earned runs for 1.5 for Strider, I couldn't talk off of that. I couldn't. They got some pop. Reynolds, Sawinski, Big Henry Davis, Big Henry Davis. Yeah, they got some pop here. They can smack him for a home run or two. But it's going to be a lot of Braves or nothing for me in this spot. Teasing down Strider Cage or something like that. Y'all know the drill. Smiley at Chicago Cubs at New York Mets. We got Singh on the mound. We got Smiley on the mound. We got an over under 9 in the spot. Now, Smiley, he's pitching his worst towards lefties. All right. But he's better on the road. On the road. Okay. So especially at home versus lefties, he's getting his ass lit up. He's got 21 home runs in 20 games. What's the lefties here? Batting average 321, slugging 612. But that's at home though, so I don't even know why I wrote that down. But overall, 1,000 OPS towards lefties there. ERA at home 6.25, on the road 3.26. So he's clearly better on the road than he is at home. Singer's got immense K stuff, probably about a 30% K rate. Let's take a look at Singer's K stuff here. He is sitting at 28.4 overall, 29.4 to lefties, 27.4 to righties. He did face this Cubs team. I think he went 5 out innings, probably had 5 or 6 Ks. Couldn't talk off his Ks if you want to go there. I'm not going there. Probably not messing with this game. I don't know. But if I'm looking at any bats on the Cubs side, I can't. Now, you could take a look at the lefties. Lefties get a bump for the Mets, but I don't. Lindor, he can get on that side. He's 5 for 16 versus Smiley, 4 singles and a double. Brandon Nemo, he's a true lefty. He's 5 for 12 versus Smiley at 3 singles, 2 doubles, no home runs. And anybody else who gets on the left side probably will get a bump versus Smiley. But on the Cubs side, probably won't be talking to any batters like that. But hey, my favorite bat I like to go to versus right hand batters on pitching on the Cubs was Morel. We get good plus money, you know what I'm saying? But pitching is a big part of what baseball is. So if Singer's out here dealing, then it could be some trouble for the Cubs. I ain't even gonna lie, but in the strikeout department at least. But I couldn't talk off the hits, runs, and RBIs from Morel. That's my go-to guy, my day ones. Y'all know Cody Bellinger, hits, runs, and RBIs at minus 125, at 1.5. Another guy, Hap, and then Candelario. Those are some guys that I would be looking at versus right-hand pitching, okay? But I don't know if I'm going to bet any of these, to tell you the truth. Toronto Blue Jays at Cleveland Guardians here. This game here, we got over under 8.5. Ryu on the mound. Williams on the mound. Ryu got his ass 2 up the last time. His first outing there. I don't have too much for this game. I'm gonna just go on past it, man. Kansas City Royals at Boston Red Sox. We got an over under 9.5. Boston Red Sox let me down in hits, runs, and RBIs department yesterday, but they did come out and get their hits. They had like 8 or 9 hits versus Bassett. You know what I'm saying? They just couldn't convert. Okay. Reagans. He hasn't started. I mean, he hasn't. Last 2 games he went 5 innings and 6 innings, I want to say. But prior to that, he was more like a bullpen arm. He's pitched his worst towards lefties, and if Boston can redeem themselves, I'm looking for them to redeem themselves versus a lefty at home. I mean, versus Reagans at home. I'll just tell you this. I'm looking at 2 bats. There's more bats. I want to see who's coming out of the lineup. But lefty, I think that's a lefty-lefty matchup for what's the boy name? Why I always forget his name, man. Every day. Devers, okay, Devers, Masako Yoshida. Those 2 bats that I was looking at, but I couldn't talk y'all Verdugo's and the leadoff kid. That's why I want to see who's going to be in the lineup, because I want to see who's leading off. All right, if I forgot the leadoff guy that I'm really, really used to. I forgot his name. But if he's leading off, then I'll have interest in him. I don't see him in the playoff pool, so something's telling me that he's probably not going to be leading off or something like that. Let's see. I pushed that button. I didn't mean to push that button. Let me stop wasting time. Anyway, it goes. So, Colorado Rockies at Milwaukee Brewers here. We got over under 8.5 in the spot. Right now, as it stands, Peralta, his hits, runs, and RBI. I mean, his strikeout prop sitting at 8.5. He does have good K stuff. He hit this number once out of his last 3 games. Don't know if I'll go there, but versus right-hand pitching, Colorado will strike out. Last 30 days, they are last 30 days, Colorado 26.8% K rate, 548 play appearances with a 77 WRC plus. Last 14 days, they are top. They 13th at 22% last 13 days, 98 WRC plus, and last 7 days, they are 7th with 139 plate appearances at 26%. So they will strike out, you know what I'm saying? And then this kid does have good case stuff here. Now, but he will give up a bomb to Peralta there. So Lambert, on the other hand, he pitches his worst towards lefty. So I'm looking at Christian Yelich here. 922 OPS versus righties. Peter Lambert, 890 OPS versus lefties. I'm looking at Christian Yelich to pop out here. His runs and RBI sitting at 2.5. If you're looking for a bet or something like that on the Colorado Rockies side, you can look at McMahon and Nolan Jones. Those are two bats that I usually go to in a situation like this. Nolan Jones, he's 861 OPS versus righties, 800 versus lefties. So you could look at him on both sides of the ball. But I probably would just take somebody like McMahon or something for a for a hit or something. That's if I just had to have somebody from the Rockies. 924 OPS versus righties to for Ryan McMahon there. All right. New York Yankees. I do lean towards the over 17.5 outs for Freddie Peralta there at a minus 165 parlay piece. That means he has to go 6 innings there. We got New York Yankees and Chicago White Sox here. Not my favorite game to target here. Don't know if Cease want to bring the K's or not. Going up against Cole should be a good pitching matchup though. Cole, his strikeout probably sitting at 6.5. I take the over there. But not my favorite games there to target. You can look at no runs first inning. You can look at things of that nature there. Another game, San Francisco Giants, not Los Angeles Angels, not one of my favorite games to target here. I was looking at Logan Webb's outs, but they came out at around if they would have came out at 17.5 for the parlay piece, I would have took it. But I don't know what's going to happen in this game here, man. To tell you the truth, I don't know. San Francisco, their offense can get anemic. I wouldn't be surprised if the Angels won this game, man. Lean towards the Angels, not betting it though. Texas Rangers here at Oakland Athletics here. Waldichuk on the mound, trash, man. Over under 9 in the spot. I'm looking at numerous bats here. Waldichuk, 16 home runs in 14 games. 4.5 ERA at home. 7.8 ERA on the road. 271 batting average to lefties, 291 batting average to righties, 290 batting average to righties at home. Everything. He's got all the intangibles, you know what I'm saying, to give up home runs and shit like that. The barrel percentage, the launch angle, everything is there. Everything is there for him for us to see the ball fly out of the damn ballpark. Let's see. Waldichuk. 14.2 launch angle, 89.1 exit velo, hard hit percentage 40, expected slugging 430. Just not the pitcher I want to back. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're going up against a team like this. You see all this red, this bright red. Corey Seager, Adolis Garcia, Ezekiel Duran, all these guys, man. They might beat up on this guy and beat up on him bad. Moneyline parlays, run line straights. Righties get a bump here. And Seager is just Seager. All right. So with that being said, guys, I like all the hits, runs, and RBIs in that game there. I want all the smoke there with this last game on the docket here. So it is what it is, guys. Peace out, man. Peace.